It's one of the prides of Kentuckiana. We're talking about Ohio Valley Wrestling. It's been part of the foundation of this community and for professional wrestlers for quite some time, but it has grown now to have this global appeal. It's seen everywhere, huge fan base. We're so excited to have longtime friend of the show and founder Al Snow with us today. I know you have a huge event coming up, Al, but thank you again for taking the time to be on the show.
Thank you very much for having me. I really appreciate and yeah, I love all of you and I love Great Day Live. You guys are just terrific and I really appreciate
We
you being
can't wait to
on.
have you back in here
Um,
because some of our funniest moments are when you
that would be
bring a lot of
that
the
would be nice.
wrestlers in, right? And hey,
Yeah,
congratulations
that
for
would be
just, I mean, I
nice.
feel like your success continues to happen and you continue to grow. Talk about kind of some of the big changes that have happened over just the last couple of years that have helped you expand your fan base.
Sure. Um, at Ohio Valley Wrestling, what we've done is we made great efforts to gain accreditation for our training school, and we're the only actually the training school for professional wrestling that's actually accredited by the State Office of Proprietary Education as a trade school in the world. There's no other training center um, anywhere in the world that has that accreditation like we do. And then we started a couple years ago growing the brand and getting access. We've always had broadcast exposure here in Louisville, Kentucky, but now we have broadcast exposure in Lexington, Hazard, and Bowling Green regionally. And then across the country, we're in close to about 100 million homes on a weekly basis. Several national networks, YTA, the Action Channel, Game Plus, and that's helped us to really grow our fan base. And then every Thursday night, we're live from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., both locally and then on Fight TV. That's FITE TV. Um, they go worldwide. They have about 6 million subscribers, and our numbers just continue to grow by leaps and bounds on Fight TV. So, very appreciative of all the support that we get from the fans and of the continued growth and reach that we're achieving.
That's what I love about you. Always bring it back to the fans because they are everything, and they have just been so supportive
Oh,
of you. And I understand you have an event coming up that is a fan event, truly this weekend. Tell us about that.
yep, we have our big pay-per-view Saturday night at the Davis Arena. It is March Mayhem, and we are very excited. We are having, for the first time ever in the history of OVW, and quite honestly, it's been years in wrestling as a whole. We're having a scaffold match. Now, this is going to sound insane, but we've literally placed a scaffolding above the ring. It's 20 feet high, and the two participants are going to be up there battling on top of the scaffolding. And the only way to lose is if one of them gets tossed off of the scaffold, falls 20 feet to the ring below.
Are you
You know,
serious? Seriously?
yes, I'm very
That's
serious. Yes.
crazy, Al. I love it. Going back to what you talked about, what makes your program so unique with the training, it must give you a lot of pride to train and work with and see some of these performers and these wrestlers start and to see where they are today, right? To see how they've blossomed and grown into being, larger than life, so to speak. Talk about some of the top performers that you're seeing that what we had a role or a part in their development.
Well, in OVW, we've had a long history developing talent for professional wrestling, and a lot of our alumni, I say it numbers well over 200 that have become major stars in professional wrestling. We've had both men and women, and I'm very proud of all of my, I call them my kids because quite honestly, it's a wrestling you make because you're responsible for them. So you know,
Hmm.
their success sincerely is our success, and we really try to be as invested in their personal success, both in and out of the ring, as much as possible.
Well, Al, you're always a great friend to the show. Thank you so much for taking the time. And we love to see the success that Ohio Valley Wrestling continues to have. And I can't wait to hear about how this show goes this weekend.
I'm really excited. I think it's going to be a huge event. It'll be, can't come live to the Davis Arena on Saturday night, then you can watch it on pay-per-view on Fight TV.
All right. And we'll remind everybody to keep up with any upcoming events and all things Ohio Valley Wrestling. Just head on over to ovwrestling.com.